Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching and or listening to this. Welcome back to another episode of Drive Time Crypto with me, Crypto Chris, where I aim to bring you the latest news and events that are happening within cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. As always, if I could ask you, if you could please give this video a like, if you could give it a comment, or even better, if you have not already, if you could subscribe to my channel, it will really help with the YouTube algorithms for me to grow this community and reach the wider audience. With that being said, let's start the car and go on our journey. And the first pit stop along the way is price news, as always. Now, looking at the news articles that were out there weren't a lot of price news available today, going through the articles. That's because the markets, they're not really doing things. You are seeing a few pop off. There's some small market caps that are doing phenomenal kind of gains and percentage rises, but the stalwarts of the crypto industry, the top market cap coins aren't really doing anything. It's a bit stagnant at the moment. It's almost like they're waiting for a signal or a sign or some good news or the okay to get going. But this one reads, Bitcoin may be at the point where it starts to outpace altcoins. Crypto analysis Justin Bennett. So, crypto analyst Justin Bennett says that Bitcoin may be gearing up to steal the show from the rest of the cryptocurrency markets. That's because at the moment, the Ethereum's set a new all-time high recently, and when Ethereum does well, all the other altcoins are doing well as accordingly, because a lot of it's built on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, Bitcoin has taken a pullback from where it was a couple of weeks ago at its all-time high. Now, it's not a correction because it's only dropping down by slight percentages, and it has taken its time to get back up there. It has not got too hot too fast, because if it gets too hot too fast and then pulls back, that is a correction, whereas it ought to be at this price, and it's just figuring it out, sat around between the 60,000 and the 63,000. This one says, traders taking profits, why Bitcoin needs to overcome 64,000 for the next leg up. After printing a green candle in the low of its current levels, Bitcoin seems to be well underway to resume its bullish trend. As of press time, Bitcoin prices trade at 63,000 with a 2.5% profit in the daily and sideways movement in the weekly charts respectively. And the next article, Bitcoin SOPR suggests current market activity resembles early bull run behavior. Now, the SOPR is the spent output profit ratio. So that is basically a Bitcoin indicator that highlights whether a holder as a whole are currently selling at a profit or not. The metric value is calculated by taking the ratio between the value of coins at the time the holders bought them and the price at which they sold them. Simply put, the price is sold dividend by the price is paid. Basically, what is showing is that there isn't a large amount of profit taking going on, even though we have seen some all-time highs. And when you look at the markets, the reason why it says that 64k is a key mark is because that's the level of resistance at the moment, and once it breaks through there on the sell orders, you're not really seeing major sell-off then until it gets to about 70,000. So the sentiment is that people are expecting Bitcoin to carry on this rally and reach bigger all-time highs. So due to that, they're not taking profits at the moment, even though there's a lot of people with profits in Bitcoin. So that is a bullish sentiment to show that we are still well underway for taking off to higher and greater prices. Because if people didn't think that it was going to go much further, then you would have seen a lot stronger sell-off when we hit the all-time high. But that was really it for Bitcoin news. Like I said, it's still trying to figure itself out, sat around this 60,000 mark. And yeah, I'm sure all of a sudden we'll get some news in the mainstream media, or something's going to trigger it, which gives it the green light. And then when it does, you will see it take off. What price it will take off to, that depends on which analysis or believer in Bitcoin that you look at, really, and that's up for you to decide. If you have any Bitcoin, I'm not going to say what you should do, as always, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes. as I don't believe it's going to go down, but I have no idea where it's going to go up. And the next bit of price news, Ethereum price forecast. Could Ethereum price hit 8,000 by year end? The majority of altcoins are constantly increasing in value. Ethereum is gaining traction and it may soon reach $4,500. So yeah, that was, there's a lot of people predicting that Ethereum could hit between $8,000 and $10,000 this bull cycle, and it's feasible. I don't see why it shouldn't be. There's a lot of good stuff being done on Ethereum, apart from obviously the high gas fees. Just imagine where Ethereum could be if it didn't have them high gas fees. Just imagine that. It's got all these developments being built on it, and it's got all this NFT platforms, etc. Imagine if they didn't have that high gas fee. It'd be... I genuinely think that you could have seen a flipping in where it would hold more value than Bitcoin, but because of them gas fees, it's just, it kills it. And yeah, well, this is what Ethereum 2.0 is going to be when they finally get that upgrade done on the network and they go to proof of stake. That will be exactly the same, but without the gas fees, as it swaps over proof of work. But yeah, just imagine if you could transaction do a transaction on Ethereum and it'll cost you a couple of $100. Nevertheless, that was it for price news. Literally, you had a couple of other articles about a very small cap coin that I have no idea about. I don't know what the ecosystem is. I don't know what's going on with it, but they're pumping and that's why they're in the news. But apart from that, I've never even heard of them. So I'm certainly not going to cover them on here. If you go and have a look yourself, you'll find which ones I'm going on about. But that was it for the price news. But before we pull away from this pit stop, the other price news that was there, and it's not great price news, and it's not going to be a great listen, but I wanted to include it, and it was popular news. Game over. Squid Game inspired crypto scam collapses as price crash from 2,800 to 0. Dubbed Squid, the cryptocurrencies had rallied by as much as 75,000% to cross over the $2,850, but dropped to near zero on November the 1st. Here's another one. Squid Game crypto crashes to $0 in minutes. Squid Game token, which made the news last week by soaring over 90,000% in price, is the latest rug pull crypto scam to hit the industry after founders disappeared yesterday with over $4.3 million of user invested funds. So, I'm getting a lot of people coming to me and speaking to me and asking me, Chris, I see that you're into crypto and I'm interested in getting into it. What should I do? Where should I go? And the one thing that I always say to them, oh, by the way, if you're watching, hello, friend. And I say, do your research, understand what you're putting your money in, because there is these scam coins out here where people use a popular name, what's hot in fashion at the moment. This is because of a Netflix series, and people buy into that hype and they create this fake ecosystem, and then they pull the rug and people lose a lot of money. And it's annoying because no, I don't want to see scams in this space, but as everywhere, you will always get scams. Where there's money, there'll always be scams, and it's not just in the crypto space. We're talking in all over the world, in all different kind of markets. There is always going to be scams. So logically, there is scams within crypto, and that is why if you're new to this industry or you're getting into it, before you put your money into something, you need to know why you're putting it in. A lot of people are coming into this into this space, and their sole reason is they want to make money. Get it? Great. Let's be honest. That's why we're all in here, because everybody wants to make money. But what you've got to do is you've got to do the research. You've got to back it up and understand why it's going to make money, and not just wildly punt it into stuff. And then just like that, literally in 5 minutes, gone. Money gone. You aren't getting it back. And if you put the money in this, then you've lost, and it's as easy as that. Now, a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, that's the whole market," and this is why I hate this kind of news article, because they'll always pick up on stuff like this and never the good news, and it taints the whole market. And it's as if scams don't happen in different things around the world, but it seems to be when it happens in crypto, the whole market gets tainted with it. But nevertheless, if you are getting into this space and you are not sure on what to invest in, just take some time, do some research, and fully be confident about what you're putting your money into. So if somebody says, "Oh, why have you put your money in there?" you can explain to them, because they are building this out. They've got this going for it. They're going to have this developed on it. They're going to have a whole host of things, exchanges. They're going to be in the gaming sector. They're going to have NFTs. So, and you know that it's going to be around for a while, and it might stay small for a very long time, and then all of a sudden they have the moment, and money comes into it, and hopefully you can take profits, because the currency within that blockchain is now more valuable. But nevertheless, do research. There's a lot of free education out on YouTube, on the internet, and normally if somebody is telling you that this coin is the next big thing, it normally isn't the next big thing. It could be sometimes, but normally isn't. So just be careful. That's why I put that in. But nevertheless, with that being said, let's pull away from this news story and the price news pit stop and carry on our journey. And the next stop on the journey is to the Metaverse. Now, there is a lot of news coming out at the moment about metaverses. There is already a great deal of that's gone on within Metaverse, within blockchain communities. You can actually buy digital properties at the moment. You can buy digital land in digital worlds, and it's already there. It's already existing. There's a hell of a lot of money going into it. Now, there is a lot of institutional investment and drive and wanting to get into this space, and the latest big player is Microsoft. It reads, Microsoft CEO: "The metaverse will bring real world into any digital space." Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella disclosed during the company's Ignite conference that the technology giant will be implementing an entirely new platform layer known as the Metaverse. So yeah, the company will introduce over 90 new services and updates in 3 major areas, including powering the metaverse. You can absolutely expect us to do things in gaming. So, and then the next article, Nike ready to join the metaverse movement. American footwear, accessories, apparel, and equipment manufacturer Nike is presently weighing its options as it explores the idea of designing virtual materials that will feature a trademark logo and slogan, "Just do it." So yeah, this is where I know that the metaverse is going to be massive. Why I know that NFTs are here, and they're here to stay, and they're going to be massive. So when people, you get a lot of people that are just going, "I don't understand why there's so much money in this NFT. It's just a digital image. Why would you pay for this?" And this is why, because before you know it, the metaverse is going to creep up on you, and it's going to be in front of you, and everybody's going to be involved in it. And just like that, just like Facebook and MySpace and social media just came up out of nowhere, really, and before you know it, you've got the whole globe participating in it. That's what's going to happen with the metaverse. And what's going to happen is, so you walk into the Nike store, and you buy the latest trainers that they have on offer that you've waited outside for at midnight. You've gone in and you've bought your brand new trainers, and you are one of the first ones to have it. But not only have you now bought physical trainers that you are going to walk out the store skipping and happy that you've just paid for these, you are also going to get a NFT file. And what that means is that then when you go into the metaverse and you go and meet your friends, because you've got this NFT file, you can then wear your brand new Nike trainers that you've just bought in the real world, also in the digital world, and everybody's going to look at you and go, "Oh, look at you with your brand new Nikes in this world." And that's where it's going. So you're going to have all these fashion, like you're going to be able to buy a handbag handbag, and it's going to be like a limited edition. They're going to make only 200 of them or something, and then you're going to be in the metaverse with your little posh handbag, and you're going to be walking around, and that's the way it's going. And it's really, it's going to be so complex, and it's going to be so fast paced, and you could feel like you're getting left behind or dragged along by it, because it's going to develop that much as more and more people and more money plows into it. And like I said, people are already buying space, already buying land in this metaverse. So there's people that own digital land and paying good money for it, which then rent that space out, because there's going to be shops on this digital land. So you walk into this shop and you're going to be able to buy stuff with the tokens for that blockchain. It's going to be a really crazy space. I'm really excited to see it. And I think that this is going to be one of the main things that really brings everything together, that just thrusts cryptocurrency into the wider audience as people. Because I think what's going to happen is people are going to want to explore this metaverse, and then without even realizing, they're going to start purchasing crypto to spend in the metaverse. And that's how the majority of the globe is going to be introduced into buying and using and selling digital currencies. It's really is widespread, and the amount of money that's going into it's crazy. This is the Sandbox raises $93 million to expand its NFT metaverse. SoftBank Vision Fund 2 led the $93 million Series B round, making the fund's first investment into crypto assets. The metaverse continues to be the next attraction point of crypto for investors, with the Sandbox and Animoca, we'll try that one again, an Animoca brand subsidiary and non-fungible token metaverse platform raises fresh capital in funding round led by SoftBank. So, yeah, this is yet another company, another institution that's raising money, that's going to expand its NFTs, like we've just been going on about. Nike are probably going to do NFTs. Everything can be an NFT. So everything can be digitized and tokenized into a non-fungible token. And the NFT is like your digital certificate of authenticity. When you hold that NFT, it says that you are the holder. As long as it's in your wallet, you can prove that you are the owner of something, whatever that NFT may be. And that is why there is so many companies, there is so many startups, there is so much money going into NFTs and Metaverse, because they realize the potential of it. And it's because we live in a very braggy kind of society where people want to show people, look what I've got. Well, it's going to be exactly the same when the masses flood into the metaverse. Then everybody's going to want to look like the top dog in the metaverse that's got the best land, got the best outfits, got the rarest kind of item that can be applied in the metaverse. So yeah, it's going to be a really interesting space to watch and grow and learn about. And if you are thinking of getting into the space or wanting to know about blockchain, really look into this. It is a rabbit hole you are going to fall down, and you're going to find so much information, but I think you'll find it really interesting. And the last one, Meta building for the metaverse. So we heard how Facebook have rebranded to Meta, and I don't think people actually, or the majority of people, realise what the significance of this is. That they just think that it's a rebrand of Facebook, because they don't understand cryptocurrency, they don't understand blockchain. It's not that they don't understand, they are not aware of it at the moment, and they're not aware of what is going on. And this is where the mass appeal is going to come in. But yeah, again, the vice president talking about how Facebook are going to build this metaverse, but it's not going to be exclusive to them. They want it to be open and other people to come on board. Whether they will or not, who knows? But it's, like I said, it's going to be a really interesting area and space to watch. And with that being said, that's all the metaverse news that I want to cover at the moment. So I'm going to pull away from this pit stop and the metaverse and carry on. And next on our journey, we are stopping back at El Salvador. So the president was in the news recently because he apparently bought the dip when Bitcoin went back down to 58,000. He tweeted saying, "We have bought the dip and added 450 Bitcoin," I think it was. 450 Bitcoin. So he's now come out and said that El Salvador will build 20 schools with its Bitcoin profits. So El Salvador continues to blow the world away. Not so long ago, El Salvador made Bitcoin legal tender in its nation. After much fanfare and additional steps to leverage this decision, El Salvador has a new announcement to make. In detail, El Salvador will be using the profits it made from Bitcoin to build 20 schools. The news came from a tweet by Bitcoin Magazine just a few hours ago. And there's the tweet there. And the president of El Salvador has gone on to Twitter to back this up as well. So, yeah, I love it. When I see the success coming from the adoption of Bitcoin in El Salvador, I love when they are reinvesting in the infrastructure of the company. This is what it's all about. There is a lot of eyes on El Salvador at the moment because it's the first to do it, and I do believe that there's a lot of eyes on there hoping that it doesn't work, just because some people are like that, weird, never want to see people succeed or things succeed. So when they are succeeding and when you see tangible results in infrastructure because they went out on a limb and did this, I think it's brilliant news. I really, really like to see it. It almost empowers me, and hope more follow suit, and I really do hope that this trend continues for them and it keeps on serving them well. Nevertheless, imagine if it doesn't pay off for them. At least, they got 20 schools out of it and a hospital. El Salvador plans to use Bitcoin profits to build the first 20 Bitcoin schools. So, yeah, like I said, they're going to build a hospital. I covered that a few weeks ago as well from the Bitcoin profits. So it's really good to see what they're doing. I just thought I'd end the news articles on a good story of El Salvador achieving greatness again. But nevertheless, let's continue the journey with that and do our last stop, as always, just to have a quick journey around the prices as it stands. So the markets are looking healthy today. It is a green day, and we all like a green day. At the time of recording, the Bitcoin price was up 3.5% to 63,000. Ethereum's up 5.5% to 4,500. Binance is up 2% to just under $560. Cardano's up 1.2%. Solana's up 4.7%. XRP's up 2.9%. Polkadot's up 3.17%. Shiba Inu holding the 9th place by market cap, which, fair play to them, they flipped Dogecoin, and they are doing it how they want to, and yeah. Anyway, it is brilliant in a way. I just can't believe that I see them at number 9. Bringing up the 10th spot is Dogecoin, which is up 1.6%. So with that being said, I am going to end this journey now. I'm going to thank you for watching the video. If you've watched to the very end, a massive, massive thank you for you, because honest to God, you make it worth me doing this videos, for the fact that people are invested and interested and watching to this point. So I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. With that being said, I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. I hope you achieve greatly, and I hope you get everything that you want to do. And until next time, it's Crypto Chris. Thanks very much. Bye.